Okay. First of all, I need to turn that volume down a bit. Okay. It feels okay for... I'm gonna move this up and hope that's in a good spot. We'll find out shortly. Feel free to let me know if the the volumes are weird or anything, but I think this should be okay. Didn't like that. That was kind of creepy. Okay, there. This should be okay. And away we go, I guess. Sort of a point-and-click adventure, like horror, creepy story kind of game. Before we get started, I guess. So I played Unavowed, I think is what it's called, relatively recently, which is sort of a game about being like wizards in like New York City, investigating like crimes and stuff. And I realized not until after I had decided that I was going to play this that it was made by the same studio, which is very cool. And then there's a giant list of games specifically from this studio that I want to play. There's a bunch of like detective-based sort of games. There's like a whole series called like Blackwell or something, and I want to play all of them. So it's very cool. I'm a fan of the studio now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Oh, hello, Butler Man.
Ah, Miss Bateman. Welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time. Nurse
Oh,
Bateman
I didn't mean to
has
skip
had enough
that.
of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see. A bit of rain won't kill me, will it? You mustn't be interested in me nattering on. Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
Okay. Will do.
You look pale, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. You'll catch your death out here.
The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Train.
Dearest Mother, I hope this letter will reach you. I have spent these past years in torment, trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories.
Okay.
What I am about to recount to you will seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience.
Cheap. I love the art style.
I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night. As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewley, deep in the moors.
Okay. Bewley.
No station master in sight. I hope the village isn't too far away. I can't recall our exact meeting place. Mr. Shoulder mentioned it in his letter.
Left click to walk interact. Right click to examine. To access the inventory and menu, move your mouse cursor to the top of the screen. Left click on an inventory item to select it. Right click to examine it. So left click to do things. Right click to look at stuff. Once an inventory item is selected, you can right click to deselect it. You can double click on an exit to teleport directly to it. Game will occasionally autosave. You can also save anytime in the menu. M is map. Spacebar is hold to show interactable hotspots. Okay, so that's useful. Quick save, quick load. Quick save. Cool. Inventory. Money.
I have 6 shillings and 2 pence. My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like travelling with too much money on me.
A handkerchief.
A gift from my mother. It bears my initials, TB.
Tuberculosis. Dear Mrs. Bateman, I write this letter in the hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your experience in the Barrows, and if I understand correctly, you're writing a book on them and the treasures they contain. I live in the village of Bewley, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. This place is steeped in local legend, and there's a rumor of secrets to be found deep within. I hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Bewley and excavate the Barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and Furrow Inn, Bewley. I will await your letter. Yours respectfully, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. Dear Miss Bateman, marvelous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening on the 14th of this new month at the Plough and Furrow Inn. The inn has fine rooms which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred locally as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey.
I must make my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn. Bewley. I have great expectations for this barrow. The post looks unattended. Hello there. My mother always... The tracks look quite untarnished. I don't think many trains come through here.
Can I talk to the woman?
Excuse me?
Yes?
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used to be a thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
To
Thank you
other
very
side,
much.
it's square.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Oh,
Quite. Apologies. I wish you a pleasant journey. I can't think of anything. Hello? A door of fine construction.
what a fine door.
What brings you to Bewley?
I beg your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
That would be none of your business. Lie, she looks superstitious.
Just a bit of sightseeing.
We don't get many of your type out here.
My type.
City folks. Curious young ladies.
Young.
Not much to be seen in Bewley, if you ask me. You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Back to city.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
I recognize that accent. Like, I'm not super good at, like, the sort of different English regional accents and telling them apart. But that feels like, I want to say, like, West Country or, like, West Midlands is what that is to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope somebody can correct me on that. Follow the stone wall. A crow. Hello, crow.
The old woman told me to go straight ahead to get to the inn. I'll have time to The old woman told me to go straight ahead to get to the inn. I'll have...
Okay. We'll explore tomorrow, I guess.
The anvil looks heavy.
Well, it is an anvil, after all. A horseshoe, a door, and a broom.
A simple broom. A finely made horseshoe. The blacksmith must also be a farrier. The bucket has seen better days. Perhaps this belongs to a merchant. It looks like I'm in the market square. I should find the inn.
Is this the
Blacksmith is
inn?
closed.
No. Oh, I can keep walking this way. I see.
Don't wish to disturb the locals. Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care. A local cobbler. The building is in a dilapidated state.
Well, it certainly is.
I can't take the sign, nor do I want to. The sign is in a shabby state, but a small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage. A small plaque. I don't wish to... The Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives. I should inquire about a room. The sign is well out of... The sign is... These flowers look pretty. The window box.
Enter, man. Enter the man.
Hello there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodden weather?
I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow.
Bloody good pub, that. It has the finest ales in the whole county. Oh, I'll take you there if you like.
We're standing directly in front of it.
Directly in front of it.
Oh, so we are. Please,
Yes.
give us a kiss now, won't you?
How about no? Ugh. It usually works with men.
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife! My tea'll be on the table at this hour, and if I don't get back, she'll be roaring. Until we meet again.
The men are gross.
What a buffoon. It's a crudely painted scene that appears to be of a biblical nature.
Man, menu, bell, plate, painting. Oh, a lot of things.
The last orders bell. Savior of many a life. The prices are cheap here. A decorative plate. This one depicts a bull. A decorative plate. A decorative plate depicting a serpent.
Cat, serpent,
A
bull,
decorative plate
eagle, dog, bear. Man. Painting, man, innkeeper. Let's talk to the innkeeper, I guess. Can I have a few?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
Bull. Can I get a room?
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night, is it?
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner and tea.
A fair price.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Do I have 3
I
shillings?
have 6 shillings and 2 pence.
I do.
My assistant Kenneth is bringing more funds tomorrow. I don't like travelling with too much money on me. This is payment for the room.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us
Thomasina.
tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Miss Bateman. How can I help you?
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, I know the man.
I know the man.
Here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. Bye for now.
As you were.
A pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style. The painting depicts a rocky-edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius. A majestic animal cut down in his prime. The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the facial expressions of the locals. This painting
Yeah, I don't really want to
shows a
talk to
nice
any of
figure
these
brushing her hair.
locals.
Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this. A colourful work depicting a bashful knight. It is signed N. Hamley.
Hamley.
A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens. I do not need to use the lavatory.
Okay. Well, let's go to our room then.
This shall do nicely. Time to change into something more comfortable.
Ooh, we're slipping into something more comfortable.
Much better.
I like her.
This may come in handy. I don't wish to carry the bowl around with me. An empty bowl has been provided for washing. I've hung my dress. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty. The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age.
Oh,
I've stored my case in there, a box within a box.
okay.
A sturdy-looking thing, useful to many a weary traveller. A decorative plate depicting a goat.
A goat.
A painting of surprising quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor, perhaps a local landmark. I do feel tired after the trip, but my meeting with Mr. Shoulder must take priority. My evening light shall be provided by this solitary candlestick. As the only light source in the room,
Well, I can take the matchbox.
Complementary matches. Useful. There's only one match left, though. Jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years. A decrepit set of drawers.
Well, let's go meet Mr. Shoulder in our exploring outfit. We're very Indiana Jones.
Miss Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more comfortable in my outdoor clothing.
You look like one of those explorers you see in the newspaper.
I guess you could call me an explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley. Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Still haven't seen head nor tail of him, Miss Bateman.
What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Tell me about Mr.
He's a
Shoulder.
quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard, then?
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
A barrow digger.
What in God's name is that?
Are you familiar with tumuli?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
You've lost me.
I excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics. A barrow is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Okay.
Oh, aye? You're a grave robber.
I am no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
The difference between a grave robber and anthropology is just time.
Petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find, then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country. I'm documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh, aye. Very interesting. But what does old Leonard have to do with
Oh, aye.
He sent me a letter in which he told me about an unusual barrow in Bewley. A site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nowt about a Hobbs
Nout?
Barrow.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. Moors stretch further than the eyes can see once you leave this village. There's no doubt many a discovery to be made.
Mr. Shoulder said the Barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid you're going to have to speak to him about it. Why are you interested in digging around in the dirt, lass?
That's a good question.
Things to do with your time.
I enjoy nothing more than the thrill of discovery, uncovering the past and piecing together our history. I inherited this passion from my father.
Oh,
Barrow digger too, worry.
Indeed. He would take me with him on excavations as
I like the
child.
voice acting too.
does he still come with you now, on your own adventures?
I'm afraid my father's been bedbound by illness for many years.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, lass.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital.
Tell me about the
Tell
town.
me about Bewley.
Aye, it's a quiet place. People keep to themselves, work hard.
I look forward to exploring the village tomorrow.
There's not a lot to see, lass. But St. Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor of this inn for the last 16 years. I worked as a drover all over the country in my younger days. Saved up my coin and bought this place.
It's a fine inn.
Thank you. I often run short of ale, but my rooms are rarely full. We don't get many outsiders wanting to stay overnight here in Bewley.
Thanks for your time.
Bewley.
As you were.
Well, I guess we can talk to some randos. There's a man, and a woman. I mean, guy at the bar is right here, I guess.
Good day, sir.
He is
A fine exemplar of inebriation.
just drunk as fuck. All right, how about this
Good
man?
afternoon, sir.
Note for you here.
I beg your pardon?
I said there's note for you here, lass. Be on your way.
Be on your way.
Charming. A rather miserable-looking fellow. He's playing a board game by himself. I think it's Three Men's Morris. Hello, sir.
What?
I'm
These are all
waiting here for
grumpy.
a man named Leonard Shoulder. Do you know him?
I don't. Do you, love?
Never heard of him.
There you have it. Now clear off.
God, these people are all
Hello,
grumpy.
What you want?
I...
What you want? These people all suck.
Hello, sir.
Right,
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
you're not local. You've come on that bloody train, haven't you?
Bloody train.
Going to dogs.
Going to dogs. See that is a distinct speech pattern. Like going to like skipping out on the, just saying like to the as to is like a particular regional accent thing in England, and I can never remember where. It's one of the weird ones that doesn't show up that commonly because it's not like super popular, I guess, in like media, right?
I take it you are not enamored with the railway station.
Buell is going to be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town, our land.
I assure you, I am not here to cause trouble.
Not here for
See
trouble.
all that, won't we?
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We're a proud community. I've lived here my whole life. Not much here to interest folks like you.
Folks like me.
Women.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are
None of your business, lass. Where's your husband?
none of your business, sir.
Ah! You're brave coming in here, all on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
I'm Cyril.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cyril.
Cyril is a grumpy old fuck.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That'd be none of your business, lass. I don't come to your city poking around asking questions, do I?
Oh, the game is
I
weird,
just want
isn't
to
it?
enjoy his ale in peace.
Bye for now.
Ta-ra, lass.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait.
I think the stream looks fine.
Where on earth is he?
Oh no, I'm cutting off stuff.
What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
I'm definitely cutting things off. We need to fix this. I'm sorry about that. Let me fix this. I didn't realize it was kind of screwy. There we go, that should be better. Sorry about that.
Evening there, miss.
Oh, it's the drunk
Not
man
you
again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier. I got home, had my tea, it gave me an aching belly.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you. I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Let's start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
Arthur Tillett. Well, thank you for being nice,
What
Arthur.
brings you to Bewley, anyway?
I'm here to meet someone, but he has not arrived.
His loss, if you ask me.
Perhaps you know the gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale and I'll tell you all about the old sod.
One ale,
Sure.
coming right up.
Thank you very much, Miss Bateman. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard Shoulder.
How can I help you?
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are. 2 pence, please.
Thank you.
That's all of my cash. Exactly.
This was the last of my money, but Kenneth will be here tomorrow with more funds. I have nothing else to up. Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you. Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then. Old Leonard Shoulder.
Yeah, this is a waste of time. I figured it would be, but
Arthur? Mr. Tillett? Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor. After one drink too many, Arthur Tillett has passed out.
what if I were to dump a jug of water on him?
Oh, what the hell was that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
What a useless man.
This man is unbelievable. It feels like an hour has passed. Perhaps I should go in there and check on him.
He probably has passed out or some nonsense.
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Lovely. Mr. Tillett?
What's this horrible sound?
These look modern. I'm surprised.
Modern urinals?
The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. Some excavations are best left to others. The mirror
Perhaps.
is...
Perhaps.
The jug is empty. There's no The water is...
A dirty towel?
It looks like the towel. It looks like the... Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there? I can see it's still raining. Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Are you in there, Mr. Tillett? There's a kitty cat.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
You never know, you might be. Can I pet the kitty?
Rather not touch the mangy... The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side. I think I can hear someone moving around. Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further.
Perhaps I go outside. Oh, this isn't going well.
Excuse me, sir.
A glove.
It's the small window to the lavatories. Surely Mr. Tillett could not have squeezed through that gap. Someone has wedged the door shut. Mr. Tillett? Why would he have done that? Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
Something strange certainly is going on here, but I wasn't done.
The chap I saw outside the alley. He headed eastward. Maybe I could catch up with him and ask him if he saw Mr. Tillett.
There was a glove there.
A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing. Seems rather out of place here. Peculiar.
It does. Well, can we, like, investigate it?
A fine white glove, gent's style. I found it in the alleyway behind the plough and furrow. I suspect the barrels are empty. Otherwise the locals will be rolling them into their cellars. I suspect
Window, hitching post.
the window is well out of reach. I could tether a horse here if I had. The post has been embellished with...
Well, if I had a horse. This is where I'd tether my horse, if I had one!
Sir?
Why is the man running?
A humble local... I don't wish to... The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Very strange.
I should head back.
Last orders.
I should get some sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow. Good evening, sir.
How can I help you?
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought he were with you.
He went to the lavatory.
He never returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett. Don't worry, lass. He'll be back.
Thanks for your time.
As you were.
Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow. A lovely place to warm oneself. Kenneth will be arriving. Yes.
Let's get some sleep, I guess.
I shall track down Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
off to bed?
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulder's let me down.
How dare you, Mr. Shoulder?
Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
I like Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Stanley is a nice
Well,
man.
Miss Bateman,
Arthur is a fuck. Oh, someone's coming into my room. It's the kitty. Hello, kitty. Terrifying kitty. Good lord. Adventus, the first day.
Such horrid dreams.
How do you know it was a dream? The cat could have really come to visit me.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
Then how did the kitty get in?
As I suspected. I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat.
He's a cute cat, not
Must say
wretched.
I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this Barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
Oh.
I've hung my dress aside from that. The candle has melted. Perhaps Mr. Kemp will replace it. That candle didn't last long. I've stored my a sturdy.
Away we go.
good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
He seems trustworthy.
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh, he's a hard...
Herbert!
He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
Herbert.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Well, let's look for Mr. Shoulder, I guess.
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were.
Oh. Are you lying to me?
Turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass. I
How
do
dare
know
you.
of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned.
Don't investigate the spooky burial mound.
There's someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The
Why?
man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Not to be trusted. Where does he
Where
live?
Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
What's
I
the
lied
deal
to
with
you about
Hobbs Barrow?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
Well, we'll find Mr. Shoulder
I
then.
must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling.
Spoopy.
Never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I have no time to waste on such matters.
As I say,
Seek out Mr. Shoulder.
he can tell you more.
Well, will do. Where is
Where
it?
is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
I must say, last night is rather...
I was gonna just go out into the alleyway that way, but okay. Well, let's find some locals and give them a chat.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it. I have a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Hello, bird. Bird. Map. As Thomasina's story unfolds, new locations will be unlocked, allowing you to fast travel with the map screen. At certain points in the story, fast travel via the map is not possible. Map button will not be visible during these moments. Fast travel via the map is not possible when Thomasina is indoors. Well, do you know Mr. Shoulder?
My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neck?
Hey, up.
I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Hey, up.
Quite. What can you tell me about Hobbs?
It feels
Barrow?
very northern, like
Found
Yorkshire.
around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Let's explore around. Talk to people, I guess.
Nobody home. A humble The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Well, back the other way then. A child.
Hello.
Hello, child.
Yes?
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
Douglas.
Pleasure to meet you, Douglas.
Douglas the urchin. Nice sword.
Great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
What is the lambton worm?
What is the lambton worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all.
But what is it?
Lambton thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck. Like a giant eel it were. I ran home so fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do at his age.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
It is a funny name.
Do you like living in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Me too,
Have you been on the
Douglas.
train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Bewley.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the
No.
lantern worm.
Lambton worm.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Our parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
A mound where you
Know
bury.
about that, Douglas?
What's a burial mound? I'm a urchin.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
My name is Thomasina.
Not a stranger anymore.
Yours?
Betty,
Nice to meet you, Betty. What are you up to?
my brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless.
This time last month,
I'm
he
tireless.
spoon collection. This month it's swords.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
It's the vicarage.
Well, maybe talk to the vicar.
I don't think anyone is home.
No one home at the vicarage.
No one.
No one's home anywhere.
I don't think anyone is home.
We could always check out the church. There's the church, and then there's like the blacksmith, I think. Oh, here's the blacksmith.
Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forged before mine.
How is business faring?
How's business?
There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye, old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I need to
I
find
believe
him.
He lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
Well, tell me about Bewley
What can you
then.
tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
What are
Do
market days?
run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be naught to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Can I just go into your
Blacksmith is
shop?
right here.
Well, what if I go to the church? There's a trowel.
Trusty trowel, the barrow digger's best friend.
Can I take it?
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
In memory of Romeo Hegg,
Romeo
dearly
Hegg.
missed by his beloved Juliet. In memory of Mabel Hurst. In memory of Henry Crozier.
That'd be the blacksmith's
In memory
dad.
of Millicent Smith. In memory of Benjamin Garkham. In memory of Percival Roach. In
Related
memory
to the
of
priest.
Mabel Hurst. In memory of William Ager. In memory of Barnaby Tillett.
Arthur Tillett.
In memory of George Paxton. In memory of Peter Black.
Cakes.
Unfortunately, I don't think the cakes are free. A fine assortment of baked goods. A lovely treat for those who enjoy such things.
I would love a baked good.
Hello. Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I don't have any money.
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk.
One cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand. My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
Mrs.
Pleasure
de
to meet you,
Plancy.
Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me?
Tell me about yourself,
What would
Mrs.
you
de Plancy.
possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Your cakes look delicious.
Nice
I can
cakes.
assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
Now I want cake.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building?
It's a nice looking
Been
building.
Standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Do you know
Local
Leonard
man
Shoulder?
called Leonard Shoulder.
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the
Oh.
parish register. He might be able to help you.
That's useful.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmunds for many years.
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling.
Such a jolly man.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Well, maybe we go in the church.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
I saw something shiny.
Is that a necklace? Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross.
Better take it.
Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner.
Always steal things in the adventure game.
The flowers have long since dried out. I don't want them. Those have seen better.
Plaque.
A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. A memorial. They stretch. I
Ceiling?
admire the craftsmanship from afar. Extraordinary craftsmanship.
Box pews, windows, altar.
Locked. Locked as well. I think they all might be. The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. I've seen a similar design in other Norman churches around England, but this is a particularly impressive example.
Altar?
No time for some. This must be where the local vicar sacrifices the newborns. I can admire the craft. Stained glass depictions of various biblicals. It's not my special.
Not things I particularly care about. No, we got a necklace. What is in this
This
door?
leads to.
Locked.
It's locked.
Exit, exit, exit. I don't know. Well, oh, he's whistling in the woods. Perhaps we go find him. Hello, Vicar. What are you doing? The fuck is wrong with you? Just getting sick in the woods.
Very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass.
The horrible noise.
Nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Are you sure this is the only way, Father?
I beg you. It's the only cure for this torturous malady.
Vomit. Well, I don't have
The trowel's blade is dull and rusted.
that won't work.
I don't wish to look. I'm not going near it. The vicar's spectacle. Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp. The vicar's Ouch! The broken.
A glove?
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling. This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work. Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
This man is very weird.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
What a weird man.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all. I like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
You have a lot to talk about.
Edmunds is a fine building.
St. Edmunds is a
Thank you
fine
for saying
building.
So. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your
What
congregation?
about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of his spirit.
Nice spirit. Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father.
Do you know where he
Mr.
lives?
Shoulder lives.
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
Thank you for your time.
Lord be...
Well, let's keep exploring a bit. A hole?
No doubt home to men. I've no desire to...
I shall see you later this evening, gents.
Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait.
Weird.
Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Oh, is he an attractive man? Man.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Let me pass.
Not today, by order of Lord Panswick. Now get back before you find yourself under a falling tree. There's naught even down there.
You're not going to let me pass, are you?
Now she gets it.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting.
Who are you?
What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in
Horace.
charge here?
I am indeed.
Who is the arrogant man?
Who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are you doing here?
Chopping trees.
Not like I'm doing. We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
Woods.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Beorley.
Who is Lord
Lord
Painswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions.
Or visitors.
Now, please leave us to our work.
Do you know
Do you
Leonard
know a
Shoulder?
man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say I have.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
Tell me about the ruin.
Chapel.
Ooh.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Okay, well, I guess we're not exploring the woods now. What's this way? Children! Children are this way.
Hey! Stay away from that!
Don't touch it!
It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn. I'm serious.
Fine. Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilized ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece.
Dig it up.
Hey! Stay away from that!
Don't!
It's bad. I'm serious.
Okay. Use trowel with boy. Who are you, boy?
My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Go away!
Do you know a man called Leonard?
Go away!
No,
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
no.
This kid
Do you
sucks.
know about Lord Panswick?
Nothing.
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No.
He lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
Goodbye. Good day, little one. What's your name?
Hello, miss. I'm Jane and this is my brother Wally.
Jane and
Lovely
Wally.
to meet you. I'm Thomasina.
I'd introduce you to my dolls, but they're drying out at the moment.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Tell me more about the Ammon's horn.
Daddy said we should never touch it. It will make the god angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
Ammon.
Jane, this is a fossil.
It's a horn. What's a fossil, miss?
A fossil is an impression of a prehistoric plant or animal embedded in rock and preserved in petrified form. This particular animal was called an ammonite.
I'm confused. It's not a horn?
No, it's the impression of a long-dead sea creature.
Well, I believe my daddy. He doesn't lie to me.
Your father is somewhat correct. For you see, Ammonites were given their name for the Egyptian god Ammon.
See, I told you. It's Ammon's horn. My daddy is always right.
My daddy is always right.
Wally doesn't say much.
He's Mardy with me because he's bored, miss. He thinks he's too old to play with dolls.
I see. Where are your parents?
They're picking apples from the big tree in our yard. Daddy and I sell them at the market.
That sounds nice.
But they don't mind us playing at the beck, as long as we don't touch the Ammon's horn.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
How about Hobbs Barrow?
Have a place called Hobbs Barrow.
Jane! No, miss.
Oh.
Are you sure?
I swear.
Goodbye.
People very don't want to talk about it.
They aren't mine to take. Damp ragdoll.
Shrub.
The delicate flowers smell rather sweet. Sweet little flowers.
Sweet little flowers. Can I trowel them up?
Can't see how that will help.
No, I cannot. Okay. Aha. Knock on some doors.
I don't think anyone is.
I don't think anyone is home. Knock, knock, knock. Anyone here?
Bugger off!
Ah, the unmistakable charm of old Cyril.
Found Cyril's house. Bugger off! Back to the train station this way, I think. Probably nothing there, but... Oh, hello. Arthur.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
About last night.
What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Leonard Shoulder.
Who?
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Man, this town sucks. He's hiding something. Everyone's hiding something.
I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
Aye, I don't remember out.
About last night.
You really don't remember where you went?
Remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then... nothing. But you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye?
Yes. You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
I need to know.
My mind has drawn a blank.
You drunken
Why
fuck.
was the door blocked? Did you block it?
Did you block it?
Told you I don't remember. I've naught to say, 'cause I remember naught.
Nout.
How's
Well-
your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye. I'll survive.
So...
You work at the railway station, do you?
Aye. Bewley station master at your service.
Station
Buy
master?
a ticket.
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
Really?
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line.
The Midlands. The West Midlands, I think, is the accent, if I'm guessing correctly.
Right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does the station master do?
Masters the station.
Listen, a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship?
You've heard of his lordship,
Do you know
then.
him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well
liked around here. There's definitely something going on with that lord and the
well, we kind of have
Hobbs Barrow people aren't supposed to talk about or whatever.
He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief. But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
I wouldn't want to find out either.
Hurrah!
Sarah.
Mr. Tillett is right there. A door.
A door of fine construction. Hey, it's the kitty cat. Or a kitty cat, at least. And then this is back to here. Yeah, so let's go visit the old... Let's go see Mr. Shoulder.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Well, tell me of Lord Panswick, I guess.
A rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
I hear he is renovating an old chapel on his land.
Aye, I've heard such reports. He believes this to be a godless land. Something I wholeheartedly disagree with.
Yeah,
To
well, you're a
which god
vicar.
his chapel will be dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you say that?
Oh, my apologies.
He worships some sort of old ancient evil.
Let us move on.
Cthulhu or whatever.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Let's go to Mr. Shoulder's
I
house.
feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Away we go. March, 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 march.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady.
Oh, once I get some
Remember,
cash.
Once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me.
I will. Oh, I didn't go this way. Graveyard. Should have checked that out.
Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors, and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
I don't know. Richard II.
Richard II.
Correct. You are well read, Miss Bateman. Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes. Follow me.
Well, I didn't go this way. I probably should have. There's a bench.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
It is beautiful.
Indeed, the moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
I will tell the truth. Actually, I don't know. You feel weird to me. You know, you're like, I want to bleed or whatever. I don't really want to be honest to him. Sure, let's lie.
Yes.
I sensed a hesitation there.
No, I believe in...
Come now, I will not bring the fire and brimstone upon you for speaking your truth.
Well, I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
An accident, you say? I would like to know what that was. Oh, flashback. Let's go. Story.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
Come along now, Thomasina. Oh, this is where the game opened. Is this rain area? Nurses. There's the gates.
Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
I promise I won't.
Now, let's see your father.
I'm not a urchin, but I speak like one. Oh, I can move. Father.
Daddy, wake up! Daddy is sleeping. Daddy! Daddy is asleep.
Why are you crying, Mother?
Mummy? Mummy?
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst Manor. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
It's very sad. Flashback, flashback.
What sort of god would allow this fate to befall such a...
He's in a coma or like paralyzed or something.
Sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
Hello?
Scamper, scamper, scamper.
Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors.
Primitive
I suggest
folk?
you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid. But we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this. Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
The Devil's Toe.
The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
The Devil's Toe, you say?
We walked and walked across that vast,
Featureless landscape. Do I click?
All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Jimkins!
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Window?
The window is
No sign of life?
none. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. No sign of any...
Door?
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
He looks much too Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
Jimkin!
Sweet little hen, plump and well groomed. A fearsome looking beast. A sweet little... Mr. Shoulder has stacked...
Very...
I've no desire to lug a block...
You don't want to lug a block of wood around the countryside?
Slightly damp.
I have a similar one myself. So very warm.
That's a singular glove.
That glove looks familiar. I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
So did he show up to the plough and furrow?
The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night?
Must have been.
Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Spooky.
Mr. Shoulder must have dropped them. It was rather rude of him not to come inside and see me. The trousers feel damp. Freshly hung or still wet from last night's rain. A pair of...
Interesting.
Mr. Shoulder!
Mr. Shoulder!
It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home.
How disappointing.
Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle.
It's locked.
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No, you go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is
Such sweet sorrow.
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct. That I shall say good night.
Till it be morrow.
Lord be with you.
And also with
Well,
you.
Mr. Shoulder, you've brought me to Bewley, and now you're nowhere to be found.
What a dick.
No, that was... I think this might be genuine sterling silver. The trusty... This one has seen better days. I don't wish to... I'm not sure what that... This key does... A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it. A carved stone. I think it...
Interesting. That's very annoying. How dare you, Mr. Shoulder?
No sign of it.
Guess we leave.
As I trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder.
That's fair.
The train! That must be Kenneth. I should go and meet him at the station.
Kenneth!
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was.
It's a good question.
I wonder who or what. William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart. This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
Trowel it!
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
Oh, I wanted to rob the grave.
Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven. Here lies Margaret Tillett.
Margaret Tillett.
Beloved mother, wife, and sister. Today she dances with angels. John Purchase, dearly beloved husband of Florence. Forever in light, Anne Kemp. Joseph Davis.
Oh, it's up this way. I didn't go this way. Mushrooms.
Touch them. They could be poisonous. I'm not sure if the moors stretch into the...
Okay. A different way to go, I suppose. Could always talk to the blacksmith about the Lord Man.
Day.
Yes?
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass.
That's another carved stone. Something going on.
Why do you ask?
I see the carved stone.
Curious?
We're gonna look at that.
Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Sorry, lad.
Thanks for...
Aye.
Oh, it's the
Alas,
fossil.
a fantastic specimen.
Broom.
I didn't come to be a simple... I have one. The bucket is... This must be perhaps...
Nothing exciting. Can we fast travel to the railway station? I suppose we can.
Where is Kenneth? He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
How dare he? Did a train arrive?
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Oh,
Possible.
that's not possible.
Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you.
Tell me more
Mr.
things.
Shoulder's house, but he wasn't home.
Don't worry. You'll find him.
Where
Postmaster.
can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail.
Thank you. I'm looking for Hob. It's why Leonard Shoulder. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
Tell me.
What stories?
I can't remember.
Yes, you
Stick to
can.
it. Please.
Stop lying to me.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman.
Don't
I'll
make
try
me
to-
trowel you.
If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
Farewell for.
Ta-ra!
Is this yours?
I don't wear out fancy like that.
Don't make me trowel you. Tell me the
I'm sure they
truth.
would be interested.
Hello, Cyril.
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what.
Gotta keep an eye on those trains.
Off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No. I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Tell me about
Do you know
Hobbs
where it
Barrow, Cyril.
Mind your own business, lass.
is? You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
Pah. Don't make me trowel you.
I'm not sure they would.
I'm gonna keep troweling everybody I can. Shoes. There are the children.
Hello?
Yes?
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once. My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches.
Ooh.
Do you think that's true, miss?
I think that's very unlikely.
I want sweet trees.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow?
That like a wheelbarrow?
Never mind. Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
A wheelbarrow.
Hello, miss.
Tell me
What
about
do you
Lord
know about
Panswick.
Lord Panswick.
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno.
Just the way it is. Are you sure you don't know anything about Hobbs Barrow?
I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
I can't remove the plaque. A small plaque beside.
This is vicarage. I want.
Hello? What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Naught to be found digging around in those things.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Anything in the alleyway? Nope. This is north of the... Oh, it's Wally. Hello, Wally.
Good day. Are you sure you don't know anything about Hobbs Barrow? I would very much like to find it.
No.
Goodbye.
No.
Nobody.
It's out north of the inn. I guess this is north of the inn, but... Oh,
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
I didn't go up this way.
Hello,
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Henry
Nice to
Long.
meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
Tell me about yourself.
Mood, Mr. Long?
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
London. It's hard to trust people here.
Bakewell.
Not too far away then. I've never been myself.
Have you travelled much, Mr. Long?
Why on earth would I ever want to leave Bewley? I have all I need here.
Yeah, this place is mega sus.
The very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood.
I don't want to leave Bewley. I was born here. I also don't talk about outsiders.
Meeting you folk thanks to the railway line.
Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
Why is that?
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends.
I know.
Barnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
I've met him.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tab?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price.
My lovely neighbour.
I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did he
Mr.
go?
Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses.
Curses. When will he be
Mr. Price
back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman.
Good for you.
Budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named
Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it.
That was a long pause.
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Nope.
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
New blood. New blood.
Don't be a stranger.
Definitely not creepy.
This house looks... The man is... Royal Mail.
Postmaster's residence.
This must be the local post office. Royal... This must be...
That's my crate.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence.
Oh, where the fuck are you, Kenneth?
I'm going to have to get in there. A warehouse.
The postmaster.
But my crate is...
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
There's nothing else I wish to discuss at the moment.
Quick! Trowel the window.
No, that...
Wow. Darn.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Watching the men throw big rocks and they're just like killing it.
Who's winning?
Not everyone has had their first throw, but it's
Oh.
Polsky boy.
Oh, maybe we can have a conversation in here. Nothing? Stanley. Can I open a tab?
Sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here.
I do know that.
And I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Excellent.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item, I'll give it back to you when it will be time.
Okay.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
That he is.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
Nope.
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the Barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him, just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor.
On the moors.
No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
What if I give you the sterling silver necklace?
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it? Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Not right now.
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
But I do have a tab open. Here's the drunk man again. I wonder if I can buy a drink for the man up here and get in somehow.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Excellent. Yawn. We're at the 2-hour mark. We'll see if the updated operating system and stuff fixes the 2-hour crash problem.
But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait.
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Damn it, I was hoping you'd tell me something useful.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does. Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. And drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. I was hoping to, like, distract him. Oops.
I don't don't think any... Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you another drink?
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Do I just keep...
The rear wheels are powered by coupling rods, would you believe? The boiler had 2 flue tubes. 2! There were nothing like it. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Do I just, like, keep trying to get him drunk?
Jesus. I'm starting to feel somewhat tipsy. I'm here to excavate Hobbs' Barrow, not Hobbs' barrels.
Oops. Well, I thought I would give that a try. I was hoping maybe I could get him drunk and then, like, sneak in and get my shit, but that doesn't seem to be working. Oops. I got an achievement for Hobbs' barrels.
Hello.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Don't be a
Hello, goodbye. I want to get in there.
Oi, keep away. I promise, Mr. Price, I keep it.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is to just keep getting him drunk, but that doesn't really seem to help. Could just explore the moors, I guess, but that doesn't seem useful.
I have nothing else to ask. The road disappears over the horizon.
Annoying. I have it to do.
There's nothing else.
No one's here. Anyone here?
I don't think Good day.
Yes?
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them. This one is called,
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite.
Man likes a fossil.
Aye. Speak to you later.
If I could get him a fossil, maybe he'll do things for me.
Hello.
Good day.
Father Roach asked me...
I don't wish to betray his trust. He seemed reasonable.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
No.
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmunds. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
Well, I'll try not to.
Certainly don't intend to. Are you sure?
Hobbs, what?
Never mind. Why did you call Lord Panswick wretched?
He hides in that manner of his and
Cares
cares
not
not for
for-
his people.
He is wretched.
I've heard stories whispered in the pews, you know.
About what?
What kind of stories?
That he shoots people on sight.
I've heard that as well.
Strays onto Panswick Manor.
Good grief.
Yet he will walk into the plough and furrow and bar ale for all and be hailed as our protector. I answer to God and God alone.
I like this lady.
Forgive me, pet. I shouldn't get so worked up.
Not at all. I appreciate your honesty, Mrs. Duplancy. Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
Mr. Plancy.
It's locked.
I wonder if the children are gone and I can investigate that ammonite.
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite.
How dare
Look at
her.
for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he
hey,
rips
kitty
her
cat.
to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing. Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
You will?
Yes!
Hey, brown cat.
But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will. Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the
You're not showing up on camera, brown cat.
Maybe
Look,
Wally
there you
won't
are.
live there. Or maybe he's
Brown
left her out on
cat,
the
brown
moors.
cat.
Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side. Maybe Wally, or maybe he's left her out home. I'm going to...
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Well, let's go find Myrtle. That would be nice to be able to...
Hey.
Go fuck yourself, Cyril. You old grump.
Hey, babes.
Wally was over here.
Hey, girly girl.
I want Myrtle back.
Good girl, Lemon.
Hey, brown cat.
Good day.
Nice and happy.
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
Hey, kitty cat.
Hit me! Look at this bruise on my leg.
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now.
She's a little
I've given her to
goblin.
The fair folk.
The fair
That'll
folk.
teach her.
Who are the fair folk?
The little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people?
You mean
don't mean
fairies.
fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave them a doll.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Goodbye.
Well, listen for the bells, I guess.
The road disappears.
Where was that mushroom circle? I don't think the mushroom circle was in my butt. Not up here. It is up by the church. Is it this way?
I better not touch them. It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
It's probably the doll. Uh-oh. Flashback.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it
Hey,
now,
kitty.
won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Oh, scrooches. Giving the kitty some scrooches. Yes. Oop, 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 oop.
Hello, fairies. It's the gateway to the fairy kingdom. Hello. There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Hey, baby.
Who's that you have there?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Well, the crash problem seems to have fixed, which is kind of nice.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm
Science!
and superstition. Please,
Hey, brown cat.
always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Flashback, flashback.
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Probably.
This must be Jane's ragdoll. Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
Wriggly worms, melon.
How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it.
Hairpins are
I shall
always
not
useful.
return from Bewley empty-handed.
Right, Mel? Yeah, hot Diane.
Well, you'll tell me where Hobbs Barrow is. Tell me where Hobbs Barrow is. Tell me where Hobbs Barrow is. Here is your dolly.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Come back! It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children.
Goddamn children.
The hairpin isn't strong enough to remove the fossil.
What about the trowel?
The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock.
I'll need my stuff, presumably.
Hey!
Follow the small child into the woods. What could go wrong?
Nothing.
She's in the hole.
Jane? Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in. Fine. Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
Oh, I'm too thick for that hole.
Curse it.
And probably make the hole bigger.
Happiest with a trowel in my hand. Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself.
Clod by clod.
That should do it.
Enter the hole. It's a
Jane?
big hole.
Jane? Curses. The useless thing blew out.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Jane, come out this instant. I can't see a damned thing in here. I need a light source. Jane? 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 It's pitch black.
Need a candle or something. The blacksmith has a lantern, if I recall correctly.
Good day to you. What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah, you're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lass.
Follow me.
Keep buying people drinks.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?"
Bark?
And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider. Thanks again for the... Now leave.
Thanks to the ale. Now fuck off.
Can I please have a new candle for my room?
I'll go upstairs and replace it this evening.
Can I have one now?
It's not dark yet, Miss Bateman.
Never mind. Goodbye.
Maybe.
See you soon.
I want the candle, though, for something else. The blacksmith had a lantern. We can go try and steal that.
I have one just like... There's nothing else I wish...
Well, that's annoying. I wanted the candle. Maybe there's a candle in the church. There is not.
I can't think of any...
There was like a candle in the bathroom, I think, but...
The cross denotes this as the site of a market. Quite an ornate I must say, the candle has melted. I've hung my side from that.
Huh.
I don't want to take a painting of surprising quality, perhaps a local landmark.
The devil's toe or whatever. I could go in the back door. What? Oh, stones. Alleyway?
I'd rather not go into those
Where could I get a light source?
There's nothing else. I can't think of any. Hello.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Don't.
I can't try to pick the...
Candle. A rabbit.
What a peculiar name, the Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance myself. What a peculiar... I can't... The Devil's... That's a peculiar...
Try stuff on
I
things.
don't wish to dig... No sign of...
Hey, Rumble.
I could try to pick this
Come a
lock,
long
I
way
guess.
to meet you, Mr. Shoulder. Please open... I can't pick this type of lock with a hairpin.
Oh. Well, that's disappointing. Where could I find a light source? Light source. You said you put a new candle in this evening.
The more
A hole.
I shall name you Kenneth. I've already taken one. Look at it.
I've got a worm. What could I possibly do with a worm?
Little Kenneth. The more stretch.
What could I possibly do with a worm?
Damn.
They aren't mine to. They aren't mine. The water is icy cold. I do enjoy the charm. I can't see how.
Candle. I mean, I could, like, wait till the evening, I guess? Maybe? Use worm with hole.
I'll let him get on with. Do you know where I can find a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow.
The only thing I can think of is waiting, but, like, going to bed or something, that doesn't feel good. Because I'm not going to leave the child in that hole overnight. Cyril is gone.
I don't think. No. I can't think of any.
The only thing I can think of is either going to bed or taking Henry along for more drinks. Both of which don't seem good.
I can't think.
Maybe we
Hello.
try.
Can I buy you another?
I suppose I shall take you.
Let us make.
Can try again, I guess.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot!
Oh, I had to get Cyril here first.
Station is the worst decision
Now they're gonna argue.
ever made.
That makes sense.
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
That'll do it. Now I can go get my shit. At least ideally.
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Excellent.
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door. Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
I beg your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency has arisen in London. I cannot join you in Bewley. I have packed your usual equipment and pray you'll find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened.
Well,
I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back.
Damn, who's winning?
Moving a fully laden
Weird.
crate through the village square was no
Oh, no,
easy
second place.
task.
So still your Polish boy.
Mateusz Kielickiewicz.
Is third
Okay.
currently? He still is the third.
Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me. Wait. Where is my money? It's not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
Fuck.
It looks like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside. I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient.
Certainly is.
Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation. I don't wish to. I suspect the I can't think.
Lamp oil. Is
There's
some.
nothing else.
Well, I mean, I can go try to just look in the hole, but I feel like it's not going to work with it oil. But we can try. Oops. Did not mean to do it.
I can admire the.
Oops. Let's attempt again. Tee hee hee, giggle giggle giggle. I'm a girl in a hole.
Oof.
Well, she's not making sound anymore.
Jane! My lantern is empty. Kenneth didn't pack any spare oil. Jane?
Fuck, so I do need to find oil. Where am I going to find oil?
There's nothing.
Blacksmith, maybe? Suppose we could also talk to the station master. Nope, he's got nothing. I need oil.
Good day.
Yes?
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
That makes
I don't
sense.
have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
I gotta go get the fossil.
Thanks for your...
Aye.
We go up here, and we get the fossil with the chisel.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
And now we go give it to him.
Good day.
Yes.
What can...
Surprise.
Thanks for your...
Aye.
This man likes fossils. We'll give him a fossil.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
There we go.
There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. My lantern is fueled and ready for action.
Got me a lantern. So now we can go in the hole.
Right.
The child is no longer making sound. This is a very deep hole. Oh. It's a badger.
Goodness me!
That wasn't a child. How did you get out?
Silly. What are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
Thanks, Jane. Why did you make me go into a horrible little hole? I mean, I've got a worm.
I shan't be visiting the badgers again.
Well, let's go try north of the church, they say. Oops, I don't want to go. No, I do not want to go in the church. We'll go find Hobbs Barrow and then we'll probably have to stop. I am getting hungry. It's probably food time soon.
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes.
Yeah, something weird going on.
Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Uh-oh. Condemned me to my fate? I don't like that.
It's probably fine.
Ah, the smell of ploughed fields stretch. I've no desire to... The gate opens.
do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why'd you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden.
An antiquarian?
I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Last time?
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, what, 25 years ago? You see, whatever he found inside...
There's the spooky thing coming.
Him mad.
Oh.
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the Barrow?
I don't know.
Something
went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
You lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Oh dear.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timbering with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he'd block the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing were dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time.
Bakewell?
I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife. And I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
No.
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My
That's
wife
nice.
is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
Nope.
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden.
So far.
You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time.
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow.
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about...
Not at all.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
He's a dick.
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see.
Leonard
You
Shoulder.
say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
That's fair.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No.
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
No.
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
You wish to see...
I can't let... What proof?
Thanks for your...
Ta-ra now.
I got a letter.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Any road. Once you set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting out to do with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow, set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it. There's nothing else.
Thanks, Mr. Bryden.
This is not mine. The empty bucket.
The empty bucket smells of rancid milk.
Nice.
There's a goat.
Easy girl. I'm not fond of goats at the best of times. What?
Would you like a worm goat?
I should leave the goat.
I guess not. Goat does not want a worm. Let's go see Hobbs Barrow. Doody 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 doody
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Probably. AR.
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to. Someone has carved. Finally, here it is. Hobbs Barrow.
We found it.
Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder? That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Uh-oh. Flashback, flashback.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
Ooh, something special. How exciting.
Watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy. Now I'm ready.
Dirt.
No treasures here.
Oh, no treasures there. How about here?
Nothing here. Hello.
How about here?
Treasure.
Treasure! Do 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 do.
Found the treasure. Look.
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Aw. First excavation with Daddy. Weird flashbacks, though.
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
Oh, I must. Quick, do it anyway.
In good time. I do have a...
Well, okay. That seems good. I will call it there. It's getting close to food time. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Now that we've also found Hobbs Barrow, we'll have to continue it next time on Stakes Puzzle Corner. We'll see what's going on with Hobbs Barrow, but we have found it, which is the start. So, oh look, there's a kitty over here. I'm gonna go feed it. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Until next time, I'm in Stick Mittens, and I will see you then.